The mom I interviewed for this piece has 8-year-old twin boys, both suffering from cerebral palsy and auditory neuropathy. One is more severe than the other, with several other diagnoses: hydrocephalus, epilepsy, cortical visual impairment, and global developmental delays. This mom is also a special ed teacher, so she's going to be able to shed a little bit of light on the interactions with the schools as well. Now, the twins were born at 26 weeks, and she saw markers right away. The second child had hearing problems that were corrected at 2 months, and cerebral palsy was diagnosed at a year. Of course, realizing that they were dealing with this was first very stressful because it was times 2. However, the diagnosis gave them something tangible to deal with. So it took the not knowing out of the equation. So they grabbed the bull by the horns and got on with it. Their concerns were similar to the concerns of the other parents we've spoken to. Will they get married? Will they go to college or university? Will they walk? How can we make the current situation optimal for their future? Living in Canada, they were followed by the hospital's developmental follow-up team for 6 years post-birth, which was an incredible resource for them, and she called it a lifeline, really. What helped them most was the consistency in therapists and doctors that were able to admit they didn't have all the answers. And hope, of course, was an incredible help as well. What was most stressful to her was trying to fill all the therapy goals in one day. It was always so overwhelming, and she always felt guilty if she didn't get everything done. Taking care of herself always, of course, came second, which turned out not to be such a really good choice for her. Although she does her best each day, she's now recognized the importance of balance for her kids and herself. Well, she admits it's easier said than done, but she's working on it. Having 2 children with special needs has put a significant strain on her relationships. Since you can't leave a child with seizures with just anyone, of course it's very difficult to find babysitters. So she has little time for social opportunities. As overwhelming as her situation sounds, she never felt a need to grieve the expectations that she might have had for her children in her life. Her main focus has always been gratitude that they lived. One of her frustrations was the insistence from social workers that grieving was a necessary step in the journey. While for many that might be a normal and expected step, it was not for her. And it's important to realize that your journey is your journey. Your viewpoints and feelings are yours and might not be shared by everyone else, but they are yours. So it's very important to know yourself, take whatever time you need, and never be ashamed or feel insecure about sharing how you're doing, feeling, or what you're thinking. As far as helping her boys in school, she found that being a special ed teacher, of course, was a great asset. She's always been able to work very closely with the schools from the get-go, developing an IEP. She knows that it's essential that the parents work with the team of professionals involved with your children to make sure everyone's on the same page. She emphasizes the need to work as a team, approaching all conversations with respect, an open mind, and as an opportunity to grow. Her approach has never been one of accusation, and that has helped her get along and understand the viewpoints of others on the team. This mom thinks it's essential that parents are always aware and realistic of the stream that their child is in and understand what the child can and can't accomplish in the future if they continue in that stream. All conversations, she said, must be transparent and straightforward. Emotions can run high, and it's important to utilize the principles from my book of breathe and respect. It was easier, of course, for her to fulfill all the necessary roles when she was a stay-at-home mom. But now that she's working again, she struggles with balance. Again, her health and fitness has been put on the back burner since she returned to work a year ago. Her advice to parents embarking on this journey: number 1, it takes village to raise a child. Accept help, Connect with parents going through similar journeys as a source of friendship and support. Make time for yourself and your significant other. Early intervention is critical and worth it.